Hello everyone and welcome to the Money Man. Now, I really like collecting banknotes from countries that no longer exist. I think they're a really fascinating snapshot into the past, and I think it's a really, kind of bizarre idea that a country can no longer exist. I mean, I'm from England, and England has been around as a nation state for well over 1,000 years. So maybe to the English it's a little bit weird, the idea of living in a country and then it not existing and becoming a different country. It's a fascinating concept to me. So what I'm going to show you is a series of banknotes from Czechoslovakia, and these notes are from the mid-1950s, well, mid to early 1950s. And I'll start off with the lowest denomination, which is the 3 Korun note, and here it is. Now, they're quite basic in design because obviously this is a very low denomination banknote, but you can see we've got the serial number down here. And one of the interesting things about notes of around this time from the Eastern Bloc countries is they had this sort of like side here, and then the note was shifted to the left as part of the security feature, which is I find quite a weird thing. Now, you can't really see it on the video, but there is actually a pattern that goes through all the way through the print of the banknote, and it's actually quite visible on this side, but I can't really show you because it just doesn't really catch the light. Well, you might be able to see it there, I'm not sure, we'll have to see how this video turns out. But it's basically a star with a smaller star in the center of it. It's quite interesting. They almost look like it's a star with a circle inside it and then another star in the center, and it's a pattern that goes all the way through the banknote. So if we spin it around and look at the back, you can see that basically the lion here, and it looks quite similar to the Hungarian coat of arms actually, but here it is. Now, obviously, Czechoslovakia eventually broke up into the Czech Republic and modern-day Slovakia, but at the time, obviously it was a country, a vestige of the old Habsburg Empire, or Austro-Hungarian Empire. But it broke away and formed Czechoslovakia, and then later became the Czech Republic and just Slovakia. But during the 1950s, obviously Czechoslovakia was part of the Eastern Bloc, one of the Soviet Union satellite states. So one thing that you'll notice about these banknotes is they look very communist. If you look at countries like Yugoslavia or Belarus, a lot of them used currencies that looked very similar to the Russian ruble, or they were very communist inspired, a lot of communist imagery, and you'll see that in a moment. So here's the next one, the 5 Korun. Here it is. A little bit more appealing in terms of the colour scheme, but again very basic because it's a very low denomination, and you can see that the design is almost the same, so we'll skip over that one quite quickly. Now the next one is the 10, and you can see the colours are becoming a little bit more pronounced, but still quite basic in their design. It's just basically floral patterns and stuff. Spin it around and look at the back. You can see they've just played around with the imagery and moved stuff around, but it's essentially the same. Nothing too different here for the 10. So the next one is the odd denomination of 25, and here it comes. Now, a lot of communist era banknotes love sort of statues, especially of people riding horses. I'm not sure why, but hey, we've got another one here. Now, this could be a historical figure. The interesting thing about it is you can see the person is actually blindfolded, so that's quite interesting. If anybody knows who this historical figure is, I would love to know. Let me know down in the comments section. But you can see we've got, this one has 1953 on the bottom. Spin it around and look at the back. Now we're getting something a little bit more interesting. Now, I have no idea what this is. I tried to do a little bit of research on these banknotes, but they're quite low in terms of my priority, my work priority at the moment, so I didn't really do that much research. So if you guys know, please do pop something in the comment section. I would really appreciate that, and I'm sure the other viewers would as well. So yeah, let's have a look at the next one, the 50 kroner. Okay, here it is. Sorry, I should have said Korun there. I nearly said krona. 50 Korun banknote. Quite nice. And you can see, now, I think this might have something to do with the Second World War. I don't know if he's supposed to be a partisan or if he's supposed to be a soldier that helped in the liberation of Czechoslovakia. I'm not sure, but it's quite interesting. Interesting depiction there. Spin it around and look at the back. Quite nice. Actually, quite like that. Sort of a nice, view of, a city in Czechoslovakia. Pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look at the last one. The last one is the 100 Korun note, and here it is. Now this is where it gets super communist, because we've basically got, the labourers, and you can see we've got the mechanics of industry, and he's holding a hammer, very communist, and we've got wheat, which is also a very communist symbol as well. They were very fond of agricultural practices being depicted on banknotes. It was sort of like to symbolise, the workers are the backbone of the country kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we've got on the front. Spin it around and look at the back. You can see we've got a fantastic castle or citadel at the back there, and a prominent river. Again, if anybody knows where this is exactly, I would love to know, because it's, I've got a lot of gaps on these banknotes, and normally I would do better, but I've got a lot of content to get through over the next couple of days, and a lot of banknotes that I need to put up for you guys. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. Now, Czechoslovakian banknotes are actually quite easy to get hold of, and they're pretty cheap. So if you're into this kind of thing, if you like the communist era banknotes, or if you like banknotes from countries that have been since dissolved, I would highly recommend getting hold of these. Have a look on eBay, you can find them quite easily. I'm going to try and get hold of a few more examples, probably from a little bit later, maybe 1960s, and I'll feature those in a video coming up soon. But yeah, that's what I've got for you today. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.